very much, Heather. Filmmaker Dinesh D'Souza's new bombshell documentary on Hillary Clinton and the Democrats opened last week with a box office bang.
Here's a clip from Hillary's America.
These Democrats hiding.
This is about buying and selling influence by foreign oligarchs and foreign governments. When you follow the money, there are very, very few coincidences.
What if the goal of the Democratic Party is to steal the most valuable thing the world has ever produced?
The film premiered at the RNC last week, drawing lines of people that wrapped around the block.
And people were in tears. Hillary's America has now opened nationwide, and here to talk about it is the filmmaker himself, Dinesh D'Souza. Good morning to you, sir.
Good morning.
Good morning.
So it's Hillary's America, the secret history of the Democratic Party. I know you talk about Hillary a great deal, but let's talk a little bit about the secret history of the Democratic Party. You know, over the last week or two during the Republican convention, we heard so much from the left that, oh, they're having their convention, they're just a bunch of racists. But you look essentially at the history of racism in this country, and what have you found?
Well, the Democratic Party has actually been the party of not only racism, but also of slavery. The Democrats defended slavery in the 19th century. After slavery ended, the Democrats became the party of segregation, of Jim Crow, and the Ku Klux Klan. Every segregation law ever enacted in the United States was enacted by a Democratic legislature, passed by a Democratic governor. The Klan was founded by a delegate to the Democratic National Convention, Nathan Bedford Forrest, and the Klan had a big revival in the early part of the 20th century due to the progressive Democratic president Woodrow Wilson. So this is the actual history of the Democratic Party. Of course, we're not going to hear a word about it in Philadelphia this week. Sure. We'll be hearing the sort of propagandistic version of what the Democrats are for. But I think we try to show that not only is there a very ugly history that the Democrats have swept under the rug, but they've tried to blame other people for it. They blame the South, and they blame the Republicans, and they blame America. America did this, America did that. But no, it wasn't America that did these things. It was the Democrats.
Dinesh, what did the Clintons have to do with this?
Well, the Clintons are, in a sense, the leaders, the kind of current leaders of this Democratic gang. And in a way, they're different than Obama. Obama was an ideological guy, and I made a movie about this 4 years ago. The Clintons, I think, basically are on the make and on the take. Kind of gangsterism defines the way that they do business. They put themselves first and they put everybody else second. And so we show the rackets of the Clintons beginning with the Arkansas days, continuing in the White House where they were renting out the Lincoln bedroom, selling pardons to big-time criminals. And then when Hillary was Secretary of State, the way that they converted foreign policy even into cash for themselves and their foundation. We've had corruption at the local level in politics before. Sure. Tammany Hall in New York, the Daily rackets in Chicago. But no one has ever before figured out how to take this to the national and even the global level. The Clintons are sort of in a league of their own.
Indeed. You're actually in the movie. There's some parts where you're in jail. People may forget, but, you know, you wound up in trouble over campaign donations.
Yeah, I exceeded the campaign finance limit, a technical violation, and normally this is not prosecuted as a crime, but the Obama administration went after me hammer and tong. Hey, by the way, if I had during this process decided to expunge evidence or delete my emails while the FBI was investigating my case, I probably would be doing this very interview from maximum security prison.
Good point.
Dinesh, you said that Hillary Clinton has no problem with Bill cheating, but what does she have a problem with?
Well, the thing about Hillary is that she discovered early on that she didn't have by herself the political skills to get as far as she has. Bill did. And so she needed to figure out a way to glue Bill to her permanently. And she figured out the way to do that was to be his protector, his enabler, his fixer. She was aware of his sexual addiction, his sexual problems. She knew from the very beginning that they could cross over into sexual abuse. But I think she figured out that's the way to hold on to Bill. And so it's actually a very bizarre marriage that the two of them have, one based on mutual convenience, and Hillary has gotten the better part of the deal.
Well, it is open nationwide. It opened at the RNC last week. There was a lot of buzz about it. Dinesh D'Souza's Hillary's America, the secret history of the Democratic Party. Sir, thank you very much for joining us today from Atlanta.
Thank you so much.
It's my pleasure. Thank you.